This may be my final chapter of working on the external garage, or like we like to call it, the Cabana House. It's actually been used. There's a mess here, but it's been used pretty well. The last thing I really need to do is the trim. So I got my trim here, and we're just gonna finish up covering up my quote-unquote drywall in there. Got my parts. I'm just gonna do real simple baseboard trim. I'm gonna do it on the top and the bottom. Got a brad gun, miter box, popsicle sticks kind of using for shimming, and I'm also gonna keep my toe molding or baseboards just a hair off the ground. Got my caulk, and Lowe's is selling the mini buckets right now. Got my brads or nails. I think that's it. Got to get the air compressor hooked up and we'll get started. A quick measure across gets me 75 1/4 on this one. I've just got a simple miter box here. I don't have a miter saw or a chop saw. They're $300-400, and I'm not going to do a lot of this. I'm just going to do the finish or the trim in here, and I don't think I'm going to need the tools after that. So I'm going to do old school and actually cut it here. My first mitered cut seems all right. See if I actually measured it right. I'm trying to do everything one-handed here. Seems like it's a little long. All right, so the fit is a little better and looks pretty good. So the question is, these little pieces of trim, do I cut them off or do I leave a little bit of a gap? I don't have an oscillating saw, so I just use this miter saw and cut through it. So I think it looks better and sits a little better with that thing out of the way. Now I'm going to use this brad nailer, which I've never used before in my life. I'm borrowing this thing from my father-in-law, who actually knows what he's doing. Let's see. Well, guess it worked. Unfortunately, the roof is not straight. Nothing in here is, and that's not even my fault. It's just old, and that's how it came. So I'm getting it to line up, sort of, but we'll see. I got this gap here where the old trim is. I'm just gonna fill that in. Still working through. Went up above the garage, went around the garage opener thing. I'll fill that in later. Almost to the corner. I got a helper today. All right, now he is putting my popsicle stick spacers to keep it off the ground for me. Looking good. He's being very thorough with the popsicle sticks. Now we're gonna line this up, and then we're gonna take this staple gun, the brad nailer, and you see how this thing moves? So when you put it against the wall, it pushes down. And once you push it all the way down, you can pull that trigger and it'll put a nail in there.
How loud?
It's not that loud. And so look, see, I'm just kind of wiggling that in.
What does that move? Or so it can go like...
All right, so put the brad nailer right there and pull the trigger.
Where?
Right there. Now you gotta push hard. There you go. What? Now I have someone to bring the air compressor for me. Doing a 90-degree cut. Fitting this piece. Now, because I put my pipes on the outside of the wall, what I'm going to do is a little zigzag around it just to give it some coverage. It's not going to be the most pretty thing, but we're going to put this one here and go around just using...
like flush, like right there.
Yeah, I will go up a little bit further.
Like
yeah.
that.
Yep. Now that I have this little 90-degree set, you can see I'm not doing the 45-degree cut on it just to make my life easier right now. Under the sink, we're going to kind of fence this in with a shower curtain. But here, where you can see the pipe running along, I run this piece of board, and then that one goes on top and just gives it a little coverage. What do you think?
I think it looks good. I think it just helps the pipe not be there.
Yep, there we go. Got the pipe boxed in. I might not even caulk it. That way this thing is kind of easy to get out of the way if you ever need to get anything, but kind of covers it up aesthetically. It'll look a lot better once we get a floor and everything in here. I've got a tight corner behind the shower, but luckily I also own a 6-year-old, and squish in there and push it on there.
I don't have enough slack.
All right, let me give you more slack. All right.
Oh, this is so hard.
All right, good. Now push it tight against the wall and then shoot it with the brad nailer. You can make it go upside down, like flip the gun upside down.
Like, oh, this is hard.
There you go.
Oh.
I stopped the video just before he got the nail in there.
You stopped it? Wait, did it go?
Well, you got one of them in there, and then you got the other one. All right, come on out.
I have to do 2?
Well, no, you got them in there.
But I have to do 2?
See? Just laid the last piece of baseboard, so that's all the baseboard and all of the crown molding, which is all just baseboard. So now we move on to the cock. So here's our cock technique here. Makes it look a lot better. Now Davis is going to learn how to run a bead. So we already talked about having the slant and how to pump it. Now we've got this little gap, or a big gap here, where we're putting a second line in. You ready?
Wait, so I do that.
There we go. You got it. Good. Just kind of make a smooth motion. You gotta squeeze a little more.
Like that?
You're doing good. Now you're putting the tip like straight in. You want it like that, like an angle.
Okay. Like that?
There. See how it looks better?
Yeah.
All right. Now let's stop and use your finger to smooth it now. So start back at the top and gently smooth it.
Oh, how do these gloves make a perfect smooth?
Well, I think it's because you're doing a good job. See?
It's just like you run your finger down it.
Yep. So I finished running my bead here, and we are done for now. I feel like it looks a lot better in here. Still a lot more finishing. Pretty proud of my plumbing cover up here. I think the next big thing I'm gonna focus on is this floor. And the previous owners kind of did that do-it-yourself epoxy coating. I think I'm just gonna try to put simple carpet down or rugs, cover that up. But we'll see.